I'm here with three of our very hot looking 2014 Freeride boards and Mr. Baker. We're gonna tell you a little bit about the differences between our hawks, geckos and sharks. So this is our shark, which I call our classic Freeride board. If you progress, if you just got into windsurfing, you want to do your first windsurf jibe, your first maneuvers on a windsurf board, strap sailing, all of these things, the shark will be your board. I'm not going to go into the shape details here. If you want to look up the shape details, you can do it on the individual clips of the boards. Check out the data on the website. This is the Gecko. This is what our fun board, what I call our fun board. It's a very versatile board. It's the shortest board in our Freeride range and at the same time our widest board in the range. And coming to the Hawk is the narrowest board in the line of our Freeriders. It's the most performance oriented. It actually derived from a World Cup discipline at the time, and we're still feeling the roots of that in this board. Nick?
The Shark, for me, as you said before, once you've come from your early entry, once you've come from a dagger board type of windsurfing, you've learned the uphaul, you're going on to the next level. You're learning to use the foot straps, you're learning to use a harness, you're going to progress on to learning to jibe. The Shark is your board. The reason for that is, yes, it's quite fast, yes, it's still an exciting board, but what's so good about the Shark is it's very, very settled in the water. It's not going to do anything extreme, it's not going to start jumping out the water. It allows you to concentrate on learning to use the foot strap, learning to feel comfortable about being in the harness. You set the foot straps on the inside positions, and this entices you then into turning the board and laying into your first jibes. Inside the jibe, the board's not going to start moving around. It's not going to wobble, it's not going to become unstable. It's planted, it just does one trajectory all the way around the line, allowing you to concentrate on rotating the sail, having your feet in the right position, and basically, taking your next steps in your sort of windsurfing path, if you like. You go from the Shark onto the Gecko, as Sebastian said, shortest, widest, our new addition to our Freeride line. The Gecko itself gets planing very, very early. It sails as if it's around about 15 litres bigger than it's stated on the board.
So Nick, let me cut in here. You're saying, for example, a 112 would compare to a 120 Shark?
125, yeah. It gets planing like a bigger board. The beauty of it is you actually have the control like a smaller board. You have the manoeuvrability like a smaller board. You can actually carry a smaller sail when it's windy, but also because it sails like a bigger board, it allows you to carry a bigger sail. It's got the footprint of the board to take the weight of a bigger sail in those lighter wind conditions.
Even though with a lower volume?
Even though it's got lower volume.
I think that's a key point that Nick's mentioning here. To understand the sizing, the way you choose your board is actually different. You should take some time to understand it, possibly try it out, to really find the right board for yourself. So if you're really looking for maneuvers, jibing, carving 360s, just bobbing around, having fun, it'd be the Gecko, yeah? It's your second board pretty much.
It's in the name, it's a fun board. It's fun in all different conditions, all different types of sails, flat water, bump and jump type conditions. It really is, it seems to be, for me, I think for the end consumers now, for the brands, it's leading the way in the future of Freeride market. We then go from the Gecko to the Hawk. Now the Hawk, as we know, is a trusted shape. It's a beloved shape from our consumers. I know the team guys love it during a photo shoot to jump on the Hawk because it's fast. It is really exciting. It's a real blasting board. The difference for me between the Shark, the Gecko onto the Hawk is, for me, it entices you to sort of lean back into your sail, into your harness, sit up onto the fin, get the board sort of flying, get that little extra bit of speed out of it. Certainly if you use sort of a 2-3 cam sail, that just that entices you to just want to push a little bit harder, racing your friends. But at the end of that run, you're going to get to the turn, whether it be a jibe, a duck jibe, even a bit of a bump and jump type of maneuver. That thing's going to grip, it's going to hold in and drive you through that maneuver.
Well, thanks Nick, this was great having you here and helping me on sort of getting it clear what is what for. Just to sum it up, so we have the entry Freeride board, first time jiber. You have on the other end the performance, full on speed, blasting Freerider, and your all round fun Freerider, the Gecko here in the middle.
Absolutely.
So seems like the wind's up.
Let's get rigged
Let's
up.
get out there and have some
Good to
fun.
go.